In this video, we will focus on importing projects, both projects as a template and an existing project that you may have in a previous version of Microsoft Project, or perhaps you have been working in a non-server environment of Project 2010, and now you need to migrate your existing projects into Project Server. So we'll start in Project 2010 Professional Client, and we'll start with importing an existing project that you have. Now, by default, the import button is not included in the ribbon. So the first thing you need to do is add that to the ribbon. And to do that, click on the File tab, then scroll down to the Options section, click on that, and then the Customize Ribbon tab. Here you can see the main tabs that exist in your current version of Project 2000. So the first thing we want to do is choose the tab that we're going to add this to. We're going to put it in the Project tab. Next, we'll add a new group, and you can name this group any way you see fit and add a custom icon for it as well. Once you have your new group, over on the left side, click the drop down and choose All Commands. Then scroll down until you find the specific command that we're looking for, which is Import Project to Enterprise. Highlight it, click the Add button to add it, and now you can see that it's under this new tab. And when you're done, click the OK button. Now, when you click on the Project tab, you will see an Import Project to Enterprise button. So now let's go ahead and use our new button to import a project. Find the project you wish to import. And you can see the Import Project wizard starts. Now, depending on the data that you have in your schedule, each one of these steps may find various problems that you may have to fix. I can't show you every single nuance that may come up, but this is the general process for importing a project into Project Server Enterprise. So we'll continue to step 2. On this step, it realizes that these resources that I have listed already exist on the server. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose not to import these resources that I have, which will allow me to move to the next step. If I were to leave it and try to continue, I'll get an error. It's not a very informative error, but that's the reason why. So here we'll change this to no, continue to step 3, and you can see it allows me to go through. So here you can copy some local task fields over. Basically, for the most part, normally you don't have to do much. Continue through each step until you're done. Final stage is to save as. And here we save the project as Test Project A, and we will choose the Save button, which saves it to the server. Save as file will just save it to another location on your hard drive. Now the server will come up and say, hey, I see that the enterprise resources that you have already exist. It's basically the same error that you got before. What we'll do is we'll just say yes to all to replace all the local resources with the enterprise resources of the same name. And you can see it says congratulations, you're done. Now, to make sure that your users can see the project, it first needs to be published. So click on the File tab. Then click on Share Project Progress. And the Publish Project dialog box pops up. We'll leave everything at its default and click the Publish button. And once the publish is complete, you can move over to Project Professional, and in the Project Center you will now see the new project that you just imported, Test Project A. So now let's move on to importing a project as a template, and you would do that in Project Professional. So for instance, if we wanted to make this project a template, let's go ahead and remove all of the data that we have in it. And we're going to save this as a template. So it's the same save to project server dialog box, but instead of saving as a project, we're going to save it as a template. And I'm going to name this Phase 2 Template B. And we'll use the Phase 2 standard calendar. We'll leave the department and everything else as is. When you're ready, go ahead and click the Save button. Now to make sure that this project is completely clean, I'm going to go ahead and remove all other data and click Save. And once this is done, if you go to the File tab and choose New and click on Project Server Templates, you will see that we now have a project server, a new Phase 2 Template B template that you can use. Now, you'll want to see this in Project Web App as well. And if you go over here, you'll notice that the new project template does not show up in the drop-down box. We need to add this type, and to do that, you click on Server Settings in the Quick Launch bar, and then under Workflow and Project Detail pages, click on the Enterprise Project Types. And here you can delete existing types and add new types. To delete a type, simply select it and click the Delete Enterprise Project Type button. In this case, we're going to create a new Enterprise Project Type. In the dialog box, type a name for it. And a description if you like. You can set a workflow if you have custom workflows, or the out-of-the-box sample proposal workflow. You can set the new project page, the initial project page that shows up, whether the details or project information. Some other options, you can set a department for this particular project type. But the main item here that we need to pay attention to is the templates that we just created. So we're going to choose the Phase 2 Template B here. And we'll leave the project site template at the default and click Save. So now when you go to the Project Center and click on the New button, you will now see a new Phase 2 template. So when you click on this, you can create a new project using the template that you just created in Project Professional 2010.